Alright, so this song is in the key of A major, and we'll need to know a total of 6 chord shapes to play along. The first chord is B minor 7 on fret 7. The second chord is E9, also on fret 7. Next we have C sharp minor 7 on fret 4. And F sharp 7 on fret 2. Then we have another voicing of C sharp minor 7 down on fret 9. And finally we have another voicing of F sharp 7 also on fret 9. I know that was a bit quick, so I'm going to throw all those chord shapes up on the screen for you now. Feel free to pause the video here and get comfortable with each shape before moving on. Alright, now that we know all those chord shapes, let's break down the progression. For the entirety of the song, we're really just doing a loop of B minor 7, E9, C sharp minor 7, and F sharp 7. But if you remember, we have 2 different shapes for both the C sharp minor 7 and the F sharp 7. That's what I'm hearing in the recording. So what we're going to do is first we're going to just kind of get the chord order figured out. And so we'll do B minor 7, followed by E9, followed by this C sharp minor 7 on fret 4, and then followed by this F sharp 7 up here on fret 2. Then we're going to go back to our B minor 7, back to E9, and this time we're going to use the 2 other voicings of the C sharp minor 7 and the F sharp 7. So C sharp minor 7 is down here on fret 9, and F sharp 7, same fret. Okay, so one more time all together, here's the order. Okay, so now that we have that chord order figured out, let's go ahead and break down this picking pattern, right? So what you're hearing for the majority of the song is we're playing the root note of the chord. Mainly it's going to be the lowest note in each chord, right? So in our B minor 7, it's going to be the note B. And so we're playing the root by itself, then we're playing the next highest note, or next lowest note, I should say, and then we're playing the 2 highest notes together. So on this B minor 7, what that looks like is we're playing the E string, then we're playing the D string, and then we're playing the G and B strings together at the same time. So really slowly. Alright, and all the chords are going to follow the same pattern of root note by itself, then second lowest note, then the 2 highest notes together. So if we go to this E9, it's a little bit different. Alright, we grab our chord shape, now we're doing A string by itself, then followed by the D string, and then the G and B strings together. We're going to do the same pattern, same strings on that C sharp minor 7 on fret 4. A string, D string, G and B together. Then we're going to go to our F sharp 7 on fret 2. And this is following the strum pattern from the picking pattern from the B minor 7. So low E string, then D string, then G and B strings together. Alright, and that's already the first half of the loop. So it's okay, and now when we start the second half of the loop, it's going to be the same thing for those first 2 chords. Now now we're going to go to the C sharp minor 7 on fret 9, and we're going to play the low E string, then the A string, and then this time the D and G strings together. It's literally the same notes as the C sharp minor 7 on fret 4. There's a slight difference in the tone because this is kind of fretted higher up. But the reason I chose this is because you're right next door to the next chord you need, which is that F sharp 7 on fret 9. And that one follows the same pattern as the E9 and the C sharp minor 7 from before. A string, D string, G and B together. So it's really just an efficiency thing, so you're not having to come all the way from fret 4 down to fret 9, but you're welcome to if you can make that. If you can play it in time, use whatever chord shapes that you like. So all together for that second half of the progression. All right, and so if I put both halves together, okay, so that's the entire sequence. That whole, those two parts together, just loop over and over during the song. There's one thing that you want to make sure that you're adding. So when I'm playing it really slow like this, I'm letting the notes ring out a little bit in between chord changes. But to really match the vibe of the song and how it's played in the recording, you want to start palm muting at the end of those chords. So after those two highest notes ring out, you want to either palm mute with your picking hand and just kind of rest it on the string so they stop ringing out, or what you can do, and what I prefer to do for this case, is to relax my grip on my fretting hand. I never let my fingers leave contact with the strings, but what I do is I relax so they're no longer holding the strings down on those metal frets. Another way to mute. Right, when I do that, I can keep the same chord shape, but I got nothing ringing out, and that's going to stop it short. So what it'll really sound like at speed is this. See how short it stops? Those last two notes are staccato. They're really just, you play them once and then you cut off the sound. Okay, so remember at the end of every chord shape, after you play those two highest strings, go ahead and relax your grip on your fretting hand, or go ahead and palm mute with your picking hand. But that's all you really need to know for the song. That's all for this lesson. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Your engagement with these videos is what keeps the channel alive and growing, so even if you want to just leave a comment saying thanks for the lesson, every little bit helps and I appreciate it. And if you love this style of music and you're looking for more personalized instruction, I do offer private lessons via Zoom. Check out the description below for more details. If there's a song or a topic that you'd like me to cover on the channel, there's also a link in the description where you can put in your requests. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep practicing, keep growing, and take care.